Hello, my fellow creepers and trolls. Eric, the Plague Doctor, 981YT here.
What's wrong? Someone help!
By the three!
And
First
because
a
I'm
wounded
back
armature,
for
now
Elder
this!
Scrolls Online.
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vvardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivec, and left a colleague alone at the tomb.
What happened at the ancestral tomb?
Lord Vivec sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Undreno ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivec bestowed upon us.
Three of you mentioned another priest.
Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivec's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
I can go to the tomb and help, Conan.
Taliza, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armager, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vvardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivec, the Daedric Prince Azura, possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb.
Tell me more about your mission at the tomb.
We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivec. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee. Vile creatures from oblivion. You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the buoyant armiger.
What's a buoyant armiger?
The buoyant armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunel Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivec's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain.
I honestly hate how my character sounds stupid right now, because I know what all these places are.
Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vvardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber.
That was weird. I don't know what kind of glitchy shit was going on with her.
Yeah.
But I just want to say good morning and hello to the viewer on Twitch.
I can't let Lord Vivec down. Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do?
Hello,
Canon Valasar send you. Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seydanin. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivec's inquiries.
I'll help you enter the tomb and ask your
As the
questions.
saints declare, the Tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber.
What kind of
Take
help?
this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries, while I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection. You must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's enter your family tomb.
We're really going to do this. I wish I knew how Daedra got into my family tomb, but I'm sure you can handle them. At least you know they're there. They ambushed poor Armiger Urnsi. Took her completely by surprise. Follow me. I'll open the door.
I'm pretty sure I can handle Daedra. It's not like I fought in a war against Molag Bal or anything.
Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra.
Speaking of which... Where is it? I'd say that works out perfectly.
Careful. The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
Did we hear that?
Now, I'm not gonna spoil any of this storyline, but based on all the way these Daedra look, I'm wondering if you can tell me who the villain is. Okay, that is locked. But I'm not surprised. Bethesda and ZeniMax do not make their shit that easy. Stay over there, asshole. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me go through a battleground for the first time in the last one. It was fun. I still need to contact the person who kind of helped us through that Celtic
Gave me as a
lady.
young acolyte to meditate.
Come on, bitch. One. Only two of them. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh no, there's three. I didn't see him hiding. Okay, four. This looks like a job for the powers of Ursine. I hate how dry my throat is this morning. Okay, they're dead.
I tricked that armature. You saw that, right?
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor.
Yeah. Here we go. It's all taken care of and all
The
fine.
summoning
dandy.
chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivec's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivec has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivec's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander.
Lord Vivec asks, the heart of the world, key to ascension, should I be filled with apprehension? The fuck?
Ah, Lord Vivec always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions as my time here is short.
Lord Vivec asks, has the enemy of old returned, so devious and bold?
An enemy of old, yes. But not the one that Vivec presumes.
Lord Vivec asks, did Sotha Seal, in his unending crusade, know our divinity would shrivel and fade?
Sotha Seal imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now, back to sleep.
I hope that's what Lord Vivec needed. Let's talk outside.
Lord Vivec, honestly, I'm wondering if he's like this poetic with his words in Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Because I know he makes... Fuck, I know he makes an appearance in Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Hello.
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivec City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivec.
Did you understand what your ancestor told us?
Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivec City, to help me explain what my ancestors said.
I can help recount what happened here.
Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seydanin to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivec City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivec will want to reward you for assisting me.
I'll meet you in Vivec City.
I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivec City, head directly for Lord Vivec's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned.
You said I could ask you more about the Tribunel after we finished your mission.
Of course. As I said, the Tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivec, Almalexia, and Sothusil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivec, but honor the entire Tribunal.
Do all Dark Elves follow the Tribunal?
Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the Tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
It's actually been a long time since I've seen this city. Not that much of a long time, but it's been a while. Last time I saw it, I was with my friend Anthony. We were all just chilling in Morrowind. Yeah, welcome to Vivec City. Half of it's still under construction. Which, honestly, I think it's kind of weird, but cool at the same time, to come to a city that hasn't been fully completed yet. I mean, my first thoughts were that this place, half of the city, was in ruins. But no, it's actually under construction. See, where's the way shrine at? Here it is. Okay, here beeth Vivec's palace.
Praise Vivec!
Alright, get ready to put some sunglasses on, because this guy's bright as hell.
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivec, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Lavul, and let us speak. Canon Level says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need, Lord Vivec?
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
Of course, Lord Vivec. I can provide a fresh perspective.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
I don't think he wants my help.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
When I first arrived, I saw a vision of Azura.
The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
Was what the Ancestor said helpful?
Levol's Ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the divination ritual.
Embarrassingly enough, I actually had a hard time finding this guy's office the first time.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivec trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Lord Vivec said he needed to perform a divination ritual.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself.
I'm listening.
Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
I'll go to the unfinished ziggurat, get the Blessing Stone, and meet you at Vivec's palace.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well.
So...
go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy archcanon of a living god or anything.
So, what's this Blessing Stone you spoke of?
Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual.
Can't Vivec perform the ritual without the Blessing Stone?
If you haven't guessed yet, The phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the Blessing Stone instead of drawing on my Lord's personal store of energy.
What does Lord Vivec hope to learn from the divination ritual?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vvardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Vivec mentioned Red Mountain and Daedra. Do you think there's a connection?
Lord Vivec sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
So you seemed a little bit defensive back there. Have I offended you in some manner?
Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is Tribunel business, best handled by Tribunel resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivec, so I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
Roger that, buddy. Such a loyal Lord God. But yeah, we need to go into this construction site. Let's see if I remember how to enter. Hello.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days.
Understandable. Archcanon Tarvis sent me. I need to borrow your blessing stone.
Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I, but I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Well then, what about Lord Vivec? He needs the blessing stone to perform a ritual.
Lord Vivec? Well, why didn't you say so? Your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
I'll clear the passage and free your workers. On my way to retrieve the stone.
I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Okay, there's one of them right here.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
Where is the other guy? Okay, we can't get in through there. Here we go.
I thought I was gonna die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
Okay, simple task. Okay, we need to go back around because I was being an idiot. Blessing stone's up there, so there's gotta be stairs or a ladder. Here we go. So depending on how high of a level we get by the end of this, there is a good chance I will decide to go through the Dark Brotherhood questline. And if we're not at least semi-close to level 30 or level 33, I might just go through and do stuff for the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to continue the Somerset DLC.
Praise Vivec!
But... Hello, Archcanon.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivec always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the Tribunel. Did you bring the Blessing Stone?
As a matter of fact, I did. Here you
Stand
go.
over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the Blessing Stone, and we'll begin the ritual. Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivec's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist? Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
Something went wrong during the ritual. Did you learn what you had hoped?
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped.
But there were images in the ritual.
Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god and energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
I don't understand, Lord Vivec.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it.
You're losing divine energy? How was that possible?
To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levol's ancestor warned us about.
You think an enemy is responsible for your energy loss?
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual.
Oh,
If
hi,
not,
Soft Piglet.
I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you and learn what you can.
I'll talk to Archcanon Tarvis.
My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated.
Alright, I'm not sure Archcanon Tarvis shares your assessment of me.
Yes. While Archcanon Tarvis has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal. And recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
That's what you want to call it. Sure. Why do you suspect the affliction isn't natural?
At first, I barely noticed the loss of energy. But as I continue to grow weaker, the more it feels like an attack against my person. Besides, the Ancestor Spirit confirmed that an ancient enemy was to blame. We just need to determine who before...
Before what?
Let us not dwell on disasters to come when we have problems enough to deal with in the here and now. Consult with Archcanon Tarvis and discover the source of this attack. Then we can put an end to it and not worry about what might have been.
What does the rest of the Tribunal think about all this?
They always chide me about my flagrant displays of divinity. But so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading. Almalexia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As for Sotha Seal...
What about Sotha Seal?
My brother travels. We have not heard from him for quite some time, but I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. We always wanted to discover the limits of our divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him.
Okay then, here we go. They see you rolling. Hating. Alrighty, let's head in and talk to him.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotaged the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are... difficult.
By difficult, you mean Lord Vivec's loss of power?
How do you know about... Lord Vivec told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the Tribunal was incapacitated.
Lord Vivec said you might need help investigating the source of the problem.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work. And the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies. Balmora, Aldrin, and Barrelzar's Tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites.
Balmora, the first town we visit in Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Gonna be cool. I still need to finish that game. So tell me more about these locations before I head out.
I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivec City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivec thinks you're the best one for that job. I hope he's right.
Okay. What can you tell me about Balmora?
House Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult in the area concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries and see what you can learn.
What kind of cult are we talking about?
I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation.
What do you know about Alderaan? Alderaan. I don't know.
Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the Tribunel and have no love for Vivec. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover.
What can you tell me about Baralar's... Oh my god, I hate the names in this game. It's so irritating to pronounce. Barazir's Tower? I don't remember how he said it.
I believe the mage seen in the ritual is Barrelzar, who works out of an ancient Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivec's affliction, but they're not a perfect match. Find out what he knows about the transfer of divine energy.
Is there anything else I should know?
I traced tendrils of Vivec's energy to these locations, and the ritual confirmed the connection before it went awry. Just don't discuss Lord Vivec's condition with anyone. We don't want to start a panic. If anything changes here, I'll contact you.
Hey, a fellow eggkin, that's awesome. Alright. Well, at 43 minutes in, I might just end things here. It's almost 9 o'clock actually, and I need to GTFO. GTFO for work at 9:45. Making pizza dough. That's gonna be fun. So, as soon as I get off work, I will see all you lovely people in the 4th era in Skyrim, and we'll be confronting Mercer Frey in the Thieves Guild questline. That's gonna be fun. I think the fight's annoying, though. It's been so long since I've played through that. But, anyways, beekos, this has been Eric, the Plague Doctor, 981YT, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye!